Hello BSSD students in Greater YouTube. As promised, this is part 2 of the DT Box video series. Today, I'm going to use rabbet cuts to finish the top. Then I'm going to route something pretty cool into it. Then I'm going to stain it and add some hardware. So, let's go! The first thing I had to do to get this project going was to change the single blade on the table saw into a dado blade. Here's the chart that tells me how to stack my blades to get a specific cut width. When they're not on the saw, make sure to store them correctly so they don't get damaged. I stacked my dado at almost 3/4 of an inch to run a test for a shelving project the seniors are doing. This dado slot I cut is perfect for putting together shelving or cabinetry. For the box though, I needed to create a rabbet cut around the outside edge of my lid so that it would sit down into the box. Some measuring math is important here to understand where to cut and how thick those cuts should be. Once lined up on the saw, I cut all 4 sides. Then I loaded an outline of Lone Peak, borrowed from the Bighorn logo, into VCarve to program the toolpaths for the CNC router. I needed to place my piece perfectly square on the table with some carpet tape. Then you need to move the X, Y, and Z axis to perfectly line up with the toolpath settings and zero them into the software. Then open your file, move the Z-axis up a bit, start that router, and run the program. Since my box didn't end up perfectly square, I cut my lid a little large and then used the edge cut bit on the router table to trim the lid perfectly flush with the box. Again, I utilized the carpet tape to fix the lid onto it while making the cut. This also meant that my lid would have the same curved edges that I routed into my box in the last video. When you're using the router table, always move your piece into the cutting edge of the blade. In most cases, this will be from right to left. Now it was time to stain. I like using a rag to spread it in. Here you want to make sure you leave no excess stain that might leave drips. I stayed clean on the outside, but remember to put some gloves on when I went to the inside. Remember your shop safety and to remind me when I forget. Now this box needs some hardware. I marked where to uniformly install the hinges and screwed them in. Then I added some handles to the sides, making sure again to make them uniform, marking the holes with a pencil in case I bumped it. Plenty of other ways you could add hardware to your boxes. So there you have it, my DT box assignment. Can't wait to see what you guys do. Before I close this video, I'm gonna leave you with a little teaser of what's coming up next. See you next time.